Hi, thanks for joining us in the Bike Studio. Today we're reviewing these Jaybird X3 wireless earbuds. Now, there's a short version of this review linked down below in the description, so if you don't have time to stick around for the full review, we really get into these, check out the short review. Okay, so these, I waited a long time to buy wireless earbuds, and I did buy these, but these, I got a discount through Runkeeper for doing a bunch of running a few months ago leading into a half marathon, so I thought I'd get these. Now when you open these, it's quite a premium package and presentation. I don't get into unboxings at all, but when I opened this I was quite surprised, you know, even the little ribbon there, and the packaging's really great. The accessories pack is in a nice little bag, and you think this is going to be a really premium product, and you'd mostly be right. Alright, so first things first, audio. The audio is fantastic in these, it really is. I'm not an audiophile, but the audio is great. I listen to a wide range of music: Propagandhi, Lagwagon, Rage Against the Machine, Soundgarden, Clutch, Tool, Crowded House. I listen to classical music, lots of different types of music, and these are fantastic for all of them. You can download an iPhone app or an Android app, I suppose, and you can create a personalized music profile with different frequency responses in the bands across the range. I just use one out of the box and it's perfectly fine. I don't even use the iOS app. The next thing, this control center lets you turn volume up and down. I'd like to be able to see these configured to skip forward and go back a song. If I could just interrupt you there for a second, Tim. So, whilst you can't configure the control center to make the buttons do what you want, what it does let you do is press and hold the volume buttons for a second. So if you press and hold the up volume button for a second, you go forward a song. If you press and hold the down volume button, you go back a song. Now the backwards functionality isn't perfect. The reason for that is if you're, say, 2 or 3 seconds into a song and you press the down volume button for a second, you go back a whole song. If you are a bit further into the song, I'm not quite sure where it swaps over, say 6 or 7 seconds, and you press the down volume button for a second, you go back to the start of that song. So if you're a little bit further into a song and you want to go back a whole song, say if you're 6 or 7 seconds in, you've got to press and hold the down volume button for a second, release, press and hold it again, release to go back. So it's a little bit fiddly, but the functionality does work. Back to you, Tim. On and off in the middle. When you turn it on and off, you get an audio cue, so that's quite good. There's a microphone so you can take calls when you're wearing them like this, which is called under the ear. If you're wearing it over the ear, obviously that's not going to work. There's a status LED there as well. The recharge is on the control center. The little dongle comes with these. You can lose it, lots of people appear to, but you can get a replacement. The recharge is really fast, and I was really impressed by that. So as these things start running out of batteries, you get a audio cue saying 80, 60, 40, 20, and you can connect the recharger up, plug it into your computer or whatever, and these, if you say charge in 15 minutes, you'll get like an hour or more. So it's really impressive. Extra long cable, you can see I've taken up a bit of slack with the supplied little clip here. Very fiddly to set up, like really fiddly, but once it's set up, it's pretty much set and forget unless your head's going to get bigger or smaller over time. These are quite chunky, like the actual earbud body themselves is quite chunky. They're not fiddly. You can get a good grip on them to really push them into your ears, which is great. They ship with 3 different sets of grommets. I've got the standard ones on. They're quite pliable, as you can see, so they really mold into the shape of your ear, which is good. They've got a very small hole which can get clogged easily by salt, sweat, wax. But to remove them is really simple, so you just quickly pop them off, squeeze out the gunk or dirt or whatever, and clean them, and away you go. Now that looks easy to pull off. If you pull them out of your ear, they won't pop off. The wings, so lots of manufacturers, or a few manufacturers using these wings. The idea of them is they sort of mold into the cartilage in your ears, and for the most part they're really quite easy to use. They just slip over the body of the earbud itself. To fit them, you just pop them over the top. I'm wearing it over the top, and you just push it into your ear and twist, and that's it. Push them in. Pretty fiddly to set up, but once you get them set up, they're pretty much set and forget as well. If you're wearing them under the ear, the fins need to go the other way. These are small. They come with small, medium, large. I don't have small ears, but I have to use small. There's some footage of my wife, Kate. She's also got the smalls, and they seem to fit okay. So all in all, the accessories and the device itself, really good. These also ship with a shirt clip, which is really handy. So it pops over the top of the cable, and then clips to your shirt or to your visor. I clip mine to my visor on runs and when I'm riding onto my helmet. There's only one shirt clip that ships with these, which is annoying, really annoying. The reason is the clip's quite small. It attaches to this by basically you press the end of the clip, the cantilever, slip it over the cable, and it sits in a little notch. Okay, but it doesn't stick in there really tight, so you can lose it really easily. Now, the other morning on a run, I depressed the cantilever and pulled the clip off my visor, but the cable came out of its little bedding position, and then I without realising, I pulled the clip off the cable, let it go, and it's gone. Now I live in a regional area, so I'm running on the roadside, and there's thick grass around, gone. Why these don't ship with 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 clips is beyond me. You know, it's a premium product, it's a $200 product, 200 Australian dollars, whatever it is. Clips must cost them 50 cents. Jaybird, put more in. So I contacted Jaybird to get some more, to see if I can get some more, and they told me that if I lived in America, they could ship me some. I obviously don't live in America, going by my accent. And so they suggested if I could give them a freight forwarding address for some small clips, or a friend, they could post them and they could on-post them to me in Australia. That is crazy. The other option they gave me was I could buy a full accessories pack. Now, I care about the planet. I don't want to buy an entire accessories pack for 1 or 2 clips. The accessories pack will sit in my desk for who knows how long, years. I don't need all that extra stuff. Just give me the damned clips, Jaybird, okay? I'm really, really, really annoyed by that. Now, that might seem like a minor thing to you, and if you're the type of person watching, you don't care about that sort of stuff, or you live in America and you can get a replacement clip without all the accessories, or you're happy to buy the accessories, then disregard all that. But for me, that soured the overall experience. Now, this is a company that makes products, but it has to support the product, so it's an overall package, and that soured the overall experience for me, to the extent I probably wouldn't buy another Jaybird product just based on the crappy support. So Jaybird, if you're listening, fix it up, okay? 2 or 3 clips in an envelope, pop them in USPS in the post box, send them to Australia. I'm happy to pay for it. Problem solved. Or get your local distributors to stock some clips. Really annoying. One thing I didn't mention was the grommets. They're supposed to be hydrophobic, so that means they repel sweat. Now, generally speaking, they do. I've worn these on 2 long runs, so a half marathon and training for a half marathon. That was running in the morning on the Gold Coast in start of July, and it was 6 o'clock in the morning, so it wasn't hot. So these were fine, but in the gym the other morning, it was really, really muggy. So I live in the subtropics of Australia, and these got really sweaty and they started popping out of my ears when I was doing a quick run on the treadmill to warm up, which is really annoying. Now, the shirt clip would help that, but I don't have a shirt clip because it's gone and Jaybird won't send me one. So with hydrophobic claims by manufacturers, I get really skeptical. And I live in a subtropical area, so it's really often really hot and really humid, and so there's a lot of sweat. So that's a really good test for products, and these in that regard have failed. So where you see claims of something being able to repel sweat, be skeptical. Now, if you live in a cold area, like if you live in Canada or something, or in England where it's sometimes hot but not often, or I know some parts of Canada get hot, but if you don't live in an area that's not prone to getting really humid, or you don't exercise in really humid conditions, then that's probably not going to be a problem. But for those of us in Australia where it's really hot quite often, especially in the northern half of the country where it's subtropical or tropical, these aren't really going to cut the mustard without a shirt clip. One thing with a shirt clip is you could use a peg or a bulldog clip. That might be a good workaround. Bluetooth. So the Bluetooth range of these is pretty good. On a ride, if I have the control center on this side of my phone in my left pocket, these will drop out maybe for half a second every minute or so, so it's quite distracting. It's like a cackly radio where you're nearly out of range. If I put my phone in my right pocket and have this on the right side, it's okay. However, in the gym with unobstructed view, so my body's not between the transmitter and receiver, the range is pretty good. So I can leave my phone with my drinking towel, and I can move around the gym probably 5 or 6 meter radius, and I still get music, which is quite good. I don't have to wear it on my arm, which I really appreciate. Pairing this with the phone, it's pretty reliable. Once it's paired, you can start the music on your phone, then turn these on, and it'll just start working if Bluetooth's on. However, when initially pairing with my phone, I had some trouble. None of the instructions online or with the phone could help me force pair, and there's a force pair function in the app. There's an overlay there. That didn't work, so what I found was if I turn these off, then held the on button on for 10 seconds, not 4 to turn it on, but I held it on for a long time. It's like, it was like about 10 seconds. I got the notification saying these were on, and then it went to like a secret pairing mode and started hunting for my phone and finally found it. So that was a little bit annoying. Like I said, no instructions online alluded to that, but that's how you do it if you're having trouble like I did. So yeah, that's it. We've covered everything. It's a pretty in-depth review. Audio is great. Fins work pretty well. Grommets work very well once they're in the ear. Control center is great. Fast recharge. Cable suck can be taken up. The shirt clip, you know what I think about that. The range is pretty good. The Bluetooth is pretty good. The construction is really solid. Like, it's really well made. It doesn't feel like it's a premium product like that you couldn't wear in a gym or on a run or ride. These feel like they're made for active people. So that's really, really, really good. So overall, would I buy these? Now, I personally wouldn't, and that's based on my experience with their support and the lost clip. Now, those of you watching might say, just use a peg or a bulldog clip, Tim, or find something from a warehouse, like a Bunnings hardware store or whatever you call it overseas, that would work instead of a clip. To me, that's not good enough. They should ship with 2 clips, and support should be able to ship clips anywhere in the world, not a whole accessories pack. I don't want to buy another accessories pack. Okay, I lost the clip, but I just want to pay for the clip. I don't want to buy the whole accessories pack. It's just a waste. But yeah, if you can ignore that stuff, definitely get these. You will not be disappointed. The audio is great. The recharge is great. They're really reliable. The sound quality is good. If you don't lose your clip, they stay in your ears on a ride or a run. They're really, really good. You don't have the cables flapping everywhere. You don't have the cable going in the back of your cycling jersey and up over the pocket and pulling at your earbuds anymore. That's all gone. You're not running and having cables going everywhere. Like, that problem's gone. These are really, really good on the practical side of things. So yeah, if you're in the market for these, definitely check them out. And if you are interested, please check out the buy links down below. They are affiliate links, so that shakes some small change from the likes of Amazon. It does not cost you anything extra, and it helps send a little bit of commission my way so I can keep buying products like these, because I will often buy these products off my own back and it's often not cheap. So I can bring reviews like this to you. But if you don't want to use the buy links, that's fine. Go check out your retailer. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share it with your friends. Please subscribe. I'd love to have more subscribers, and I'll be coming straight to you via your inbox. Check out the next video there. Comments, questions down below. Ask me anything, not just about the phones, and I will get back to you. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video.